everybody, I'm Eva. Thanks for joining. Today's video is all about this Romy Tote. This is the small Romy Tote from Tory Burch. So finally, I have added this small Romy Tote to my collection. I have been wanting it for several months. I mentioned it in a couple of other videos where I was talking about design trends, specifically this belting design, and also when I was talking about like what is going on at Tory Burch because I was so impressed with some of the new styles. I'll have both of those videos linked below in case you would like to see them and you haven't seen them already. Okay, so let's get into some more details about this bag. This color is called Soft Cream. It has silver hardware. I mean, there's really not a lot of hardware on this bag at all. The main thing that you notice here is just this little emblem here on the front. And of course, like some rivets here and the hardware that attaches the strap, which I'll show you here shortly. But I love this belting design. It's obvious here on the back of the bag as well. Here's a shot of the bottom. There's no feet here. But one of the things that I like so much is like this pleating effect. Can you see how the leather is pleated? In fact, you may be able to see it even better when I open up the bag. You can see how the leather is pleated here close to the handles. With the pleating and the movement that this belt gives visually, I am reminded a little bit of Polen, and I like that. I think it does have some unique design characteristics here. I'll pull out the crossbody strap for now and show you the inside of the bag. There's a small pocket here on the back wall of the bag with a little zipper, and that's it. The interior is just very open. It feels like a soft microfiber material on the inside of the bag. And while I've got the bag open, I'll show you here that there are D-rings for the strap if you want to use it here on each side. And I really like that design element because it will keep the bag balanced if you are wearing it crossbody. On the website, Tory Burch calls it a soft pebbled leather, and it is a more lightweight leather, but I think that's good because it gives this tote a more, lightweight feel, which I think is good when it's something that can really hold a lot. Okay, so I've used this bag several times already, and let me tell you the things that I'm loving about it and some of the things that I'm not loving as much. I really like the capacity of this bag. It holds quite a bit for being called a small tote. And I also really appreciate how lightweight it is, and that helps for when it's really full. In case you're curious to know what fits, I'll have that at the end of the video. I love the belt features. This is what drew me in immediately. This styling element of the belt and the way it just kind of flows down on each side of the bag is so pretty. This bag just has like visual interest because of this styling element. I just like that feature so much. And what I think I like most of all is the combination of it being soft. You see, like when I squish it, it's soft, but it's also got some structure to it. So it's a soft, structured bag. And I think that's a great combination. Some designs do not hit that. And I think this does, right on the mark of being a great combination of having some soft flexibility, but also being able to maintain its shape. Okay, some things that I'm not loving as much. As I mentioned before, I love the placement of the D-rings for the strap. But when you put the strap on, I'll show you. When you put the strap on and just let it dangle, it looks fine. But I just don't love how it seems to be a little bit awkward here. Do you see the length of the metal here? It just isn't as graceful as the rest of the bag. The last feature I don't really love is the back pocket. Now, it's nice that it's there so that it can be secure, but it is just almost so small, it's like, what's the point? This is my Loewe card holder. As you can see, it's like a traditional card holder. It's very thin, and it will go inside the back pocket, and I can zip it up. So I do appreciate that. Here's the Coach Mini Skinny, kind of wide, and it's extra full right now. So when I tried to put this in the back pocket, it wouldn't zip. So it will only fit vertically. I tried to move it horizontally, but that wouldn't work either. If this were my primary wallet or something of this size, I would feel better knowing that it would fit in the back pocket and be able to zip. Oh, and by the way, since we're talking about the pocket, it looks like it has two pockets. This slip pocket here and then the zippered pocket. So what actually looks like a pocket, that's just the back wall of the bag because this is kind of a floating pocket here on the bottom. So no, it's just the zippered pocket. That's all that's available here. And then the last thing I want to talk about here is the magnet. So you can see there is a magnet closure here. And when the bag is empty, it looks beautiful. It kind of keeps it cinched in, gives it a beautiful shape. But when the bag is full, I find that the magnet doesn't catch, or that it doesn't catch easily anyway. I mean, it's an open tote anyway, so I don't worry about it like actually being closed. But when I have tried it just to see if the magnet works, it's not very easy to get that magnet to catch and stay closed when the bag is full. So as I said, this color was light cream. I want to show you how it compares to the Coach chalk color. This is my Coach burrow bag. This is in a smooth leather and this is in a pebbled leather. So that will affect, you know, how we perceive the color a little bit, but in general, they're very, very similar. They're like a soft off-white with some warm undertones. This bag also comes in some other very beautiful colors. It comes in a classic black with gold hardware, a very cool toned gray color, which they call light granite. They've also added a neutral color called wild mushroom. It looks to me to be very similar to the Coach dark stone color, which I love a lot. And the color tiramisu, which is a very nice neutral camel color. And just recently I saw that they have added a soft pink color, which is so pretty. There are several cool styles in this Romy collection from Tory Burch. There's a shoulder tote bag, and then this is the small tote. They have a smaller bucket bag, and they even have like a mini crossbody. They also have a shoulder bag that's more of a hobo style. They're all really beautiful, but this is definitely my favorite. I'll put the dimensions of the bag down below, but at the end of the video, I'll show you how this compares to some other bags in my collection, because for me, that helps more than reading the dimensions. Also, like I mentioned earlier, it's pretty lightweight. It weighs 1 pound, 5 ounces, or 600 grams. Okay, so I've got this bag packed up to take to work. When it's this full, it definitely does get heavy, but that's the case with all bags. Okay, so I've got my work calendar in here, and I'll put the dimensions of this in case you would like to compare it to an iPad or a bigger item that you usually take to work or something like that. I've got a water bottle in here. I've got a little snack. I've got my readers, got a pack of tissues. This is my MZ Wallace key pouch. I've got my mini pochette with all the little things. This is the Coach mini skinny that I was telling you about earlier. Oh, and that reminds me, I've got the Loewe wallet here in the back. I've got a cash wallet here, and I've got my medicine pouch, hand sanitizer, and an umbrella. So all these things fit in here very well, and look, some quarters have floated out to the bottom there. All right, so now I'm going to end the video with a couple of comparisons. So this is my Coach Willow 24 in the black denim, and it looks to be comparable in size at first, but actually this holds way more than this Willow 24. And here it is compared to my Coach Lana bag. This is in the color Dark Stone, which I think is going to be very comparable to the color Wild Mushroom that is also available in the Romy small tote. They're not very similar in terms of the design, and I can also fit way more here in the Tory Burch bag, but of course I love them both. And then lastly, I'll show it next to my Furlet Net Mini. This is one of my most used contemporary bags. It's so easy to use because it has this open tote design, which of course is one of the reasons why I love this Romy. I love using open totes for just everyday purpose. Obviously this carries more than the Net Mini, but they both have a very similar function. I hope this has been helpful. I forgot to say earlier that I found this bag on The RealReal. That's one of the reasons why I decided to finally get it, is because it was a significant discount and it's in like new condition. I buy quite a few of my Tory Burch bags from The RealReal, and I've had really good luck so far. So I hope this review has been helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.